What's up, everyone? This is Talks with Kenny, and here we're gonna watch another video of Colion Noirs. This is a gun in your hand is better than the sheriff's office on the phone. I honestly agree. This is one of the scenarios I always point out, that guns are for safety. Yes, it could be used for killing, but it's the person behind the gun that decides whether the gun is good and bad. The gun is just a tool. Gun's neutral. It has no mind of its own. It's not gonna walk off and start shooting itself. The person decides what intention the gun is used for. If you have bad intentions, the gun will be used for bad. If you have good intentions, the gun will be used for good. Let's take a look.
Non-gun people like to come on my pages and channels and say things like, "Where do you live that you feel the need to have guns like that?" I live in the same world you do, except the same world where things like this happen.
And remember my old quote, it's much better to have a gun in your hand than the sheriff's office on the phone.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd applauding a homeowner who took swift action.
The sheriff says that homeowner shot an intruder who broke in by shattering a window.
We're told a man was home alone early afternoon.
Yeah, like imagine someone breaks into your home, and let's say you're a woman, right? Let's say it's like, I'm gonna use my wife as an example. Let's say you're a Latino woman just waiting, you're cooking, whatever, and someone breaks into your house. What's your first instinct? Run and hide. Yes, run and hide. But what if this person is looking around scramaging and you went, what's the most robbed place in a house? Rooms. He's going to go to where you're at. He's going to go to every room, check what's in there, what's valuable, and then he's going to get to your door and he's going to try to break in. And what's going to happen next? If you don't have a gun, at his mercy, all you can do is hide. Or worse, if you're a woman. But if you're armed, you can you can neutralize the threat. Shoot them. Hey, get out of my house. In Florida, we have a stand your ground law. If you're in your house, even if in the vicinity of your house, you're at liberty to shoot at at your perpetrator. But imagine she's on the phone and come on, 5 minutes is the fastest response time fastest record for police responding to a call. I mean, we can keep bringing up case study as case study. Gun control advocates need to be able to somehow handle this situation. But reality, it doesn't conform to what you want it to be. If you have a bad theory and in reality it's just wrong, it's wrong.
And when he heard a window shatter after he saw it was an intruder, he shot him 3 times. The Polk County Sheriff says Stephen Stitwell threw a potted plant through the neighbor's back window. Inside was the homeowner in a 9mm semi-automatic handgun.
The homeowner did exactly what he should have. He had a gun, he knew how to use it, it was loaded, and he shot him a lot.
Stillwell is now...
Hey, this is my problem with some gun control advocates. They come up to me sometimes, they come off as like criminal apologizers or something. Oh, you shouldn't have shot him. Like, no, you had a bad intent. You came to steal my stuff. I worked hard to put my stuff in my house, and you just gonna steal the fruits of my labor with no consequences? Come on, how you make sense of that? Because you want to push your agenda that guns are bad. Guns are only used for evil. Narrative destroyed. If I keep showing videos like this, I'm gonna just keep doing it, because you can't deny the reality of life. Bad stuff happen, and good people need the tools to defend themselves.
Hospitalized with 3 gunshot wounds. Sheriff Grady Judd is not charging the homeowner, citing the Castle Doctrine.
The Castle Doctrine is there. It's your home, and strangers break in. Mm-hmm. You don't have to wait to see if they harm you or not.
Stillwell is criminal.
Yeah, exactly. But these gun control people saying, "Oh, the police should have shot him in the leg." Like, there's always some excuse for these criminals. Come on, you should give the law-abiding citizen, the benefit of doubt, not criminals. Not people with a rap sheet.
Criminal record includes prior burglaries, though this one will likely leave a mark.
Only Santa Claus gets to come in your house, and Santa Claus is invited.
So the sheriff says this situation could have been much worse. Stillwell actually had a firearm with him, but he put it down before he picked up that potted plant and threw it through the window.
Imagine, the criminal had a weapon. So he would have been held up at gunpoint with no way of defending himself. You just admit it, gun control people. You just want people helpless. I don't believe in making people helpless. Background checks, fine. We do background checks already. Most states do it already.
3.7 million. That's the average number of yearly burglaries in the U.S. every year. That's an average of 10,137 burglaries a day. I'll be the first to say it. Yes, it's ridiculous that we have to have the guns that we have just to protect ourselves. But that's reality. Acting like it doesn't exist doesn't make it go away.
Exactly. And that's how these gun control people, like, sometimes I'd be thinking, do you guys just come from like a safe suburbs where y'all like no crime ever happens in your house? I came from the hood, so I know, hey, gunshots used to be around my house. So, yo, I know, like, stuff can go south real quick. It don't take much. And then when people say I need weapons, well, what do you need AR-15 for? What do you mean? I don't ask you why you need an iPhone 15, 16 for. You live in the hood like me. What are you doing with an iPhone 16? You don't need that. But you bought it because you want it. It's the same thing with a gun. As long as I'm using it responsibly, you should have no problem with me wanting one. It's just fear. Fear is controlling you, and that's why you feel scared. You see someone else with a gun, you know, oh, I don't want them to have that. That's all it seems like to me. It's just fear. It's not out of like, oh, we care about lives and all. No, it's just fear. And they want to use fear as justification for banning your gun when it's a right, not a privilege.
And just because it hasn't happened to you yet doesn't mean it never will. Just be happy you live in a country where you have the ability to protect yourself with a firearm and have laws like the Castle Doctrine that give you the legal protection to protect your home. Because when a criminal is in your home, it doesn't matter if there's a 1% chance, because you are now that 1%. And keeping you and your family safe is the only thing that matters at that point. So stop playing Russian roulette with your safety. Buy a gun, learn gun safety, and get training. Guns.
Like, how you can disagree with that? He's not saying, oh, just buy a gun willy-nilly and then don't know how to use it. Education, yes, okay. Learn how to handle a gun. Learn how to put it. You got kids in the house, learn how to make sure they learn, like, hey, this thing's dangerous. Respect it. It's used for safety only. Do not play with it. It's not a toy. Education, right? Just like with the car. You educated how to drive the car. You're educated how to use the gun. That's as far as we should require. Background checks and that. That's as much as I'll go. But no age restriction, none of that. 18, fine. Because you can go 18, you can get drafted for a war and die for your country with a gun in hand. But you want me to wait until 21 so I can protect myself in these streets? Oh, you crazy. But let me guys know what you think about this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.